Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome to it. 888-900-3393. Also, Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Got a jam-packed show, as always. Seems like there's some things going on in the world that we need to talk about every day.
Yeah. When is the last time there was a, quote, slow news day?
1997.
97.
Yeah, 97.
That feels about right.
By the way, you can sign up at blazetv.com and use the promo code More Unleashed for $15 off your subscription, because on Monday, this coming Monday, you get another segment of Pat Gray Unleashed. It's Overtime. And that starts again on Monday. Overtime begins this coming Monday. blazetv.com/Pat, promo code More Unleashed to get $15 off.
And have we established the rules yet of overtime? Like, how many times do you get to possess the ball? Number of timeouts?
Once if someone scores a touchdown.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just once.
Just the one time.
Now, if somebody has to kick a field goal, then you both get a chance to have the ball.
I hate that rule.
It's so stupid.
So dumb.
It's the worst rule in all of sports.
The NFL's looking at that, by the way, during this offseason.
Yeah, they're going to make it so if you score any kind of score, the other team still gets the ball.
Yeah.
But then if they score a touchdown and you scored a touchdown, then it's sudden death, just like we have now. How asinine is that?
I like the
stupid
college
Come
play
on.
from the 25.
Yes, there needs to be a combination of college and pro somehow.
The NFL gave in to the 2-point conversion about 20 years ago. It's time to give in to the overtime rules, too.
Yeah. And I always hear people, I don't want the pros to start at the 25. That's too easy. Start at the 50 then.
Yeah.
Or give them the ball at their own 25 and let them go for it. I don't care, but just let them play football to decide it.
I think the moral of the story is we have ADD. And we took a promotion for the new Pat Gray segment that subscribers can get at blazetv.com.
And turn it into a football discussion.
Sorry about that.
Oh, man.
Tuesday, here we are.
Well, Joe Biden is still, or again, accepting no responsibility. And again, blaming Putin. He reiterated yesterday that it's all about Putin. None of this is his fault. First of all, there was the pandemic that was driving up prices, and then of course it's Putin. It's Putin.
And now, second big reason for inflation is Vladimir Putin and gas prices. Not a joke.
Not a joke.
We've seen the price of
joke.
gas go up over $1 just since he put his troops on the border. On the border.
On the border.
Ukraine.
On
They
the
went
border.
up $1.05.
Okay, pause it for a
Big part
second.
of that
It
reason
didn't
is
go up because he put his troops on the border. Stop that bull crap. The price was going up from the time he took office and shut down the Keystone Pipeline the whole year of his presidency. And then Putin put his troops on the border. On the border. Yeah. Nobody freaked out and panicked because he put his troops at the border. Gas prices didn't go up at that point. They went up when he attacked, yes. They did not. It wasn't because he put them at the border.
Yeah, when Joe Biden was declared the victor in the press of the presidency in November of 2020, the average price per gallon was $2.10.
$2.10.
It has been rising ever since. It had nothing to do with Putin putting troops on the border of anything.
No, it didn't. And fortunately, Americans are not believing it. They're not buying it. 28% of Americans approve of the way he's handling the gas problem. That shows you that they're not buying that it's Putin's fault.
Right, but that was a crazy right-winger type poll that had that number, right? That was some far-right outlet known as CNN.
Okay, yeah, I didn't remember who did the poll.
CNN had that stat for us. So those are CNN viewers who are responding that way. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Can you imagine, let's say Trump wasn't this energy-friendly president who approved all of these drilling permits. If it was just your typical run-of-the-mill president who, maybe half of what Trump approved. And that's what Biden inherited because, they like to lean on, well, he had more oil output in his first year in office than Trump. Well, because Trump inherited Obama's policies.
Yeah.
So if not for this last year of all these permits that Trump had approved, what would the price of gas be right now in America?
$9 a gallon.
$9 a gallon. You heard it here
$9.
first, ladies and
It would be
gentlemen.
$9 a gallon.
I trust Pat math much more than Keith math. It would have been $9 you're paying.
And
right
not just in California, everywhere.
Oh, California.
At least $9 a gallon.
$12 a gallon in California right now, if not for Trump.
So thank your lucky stars for Donald Trump and his presidency because he provided us with a little bit of respite there between really horrible presidents who have brought ruin to this country. Meanwhile, the Kremlin is said to have been thrown into chaos.
I like that.
Following a number of blows to Vladimir Putin's regime as the planned invasion of Ukraine slows. Putin's reported to be furious at the Russian failures so far, but the Kremlin has denied asking China for weapons. The invading forces have scarcely moved in recent days, and the Russian attack is now mostly focused on intense shelling and airstrikes. Efforts to assassinate Volodymyr Zelensky have failed with a hit squad sent to Kiev. I understand they sent 3 hit squads.
Wow.
And they were all stopped before they obviously got to Zelensky. Russia so far has lost 3 major generals in their army. I mean, that just doesn't happen. That is not supposed to happen. First of all, what are you doing in the line of fire? Generals don't get in the line of fire.
Yeah,
right?
When was the last general that parked himself on the front lines? George Washington?
Probably in the United States. Yeah, probably. And he almost got killed in battle. But was he a general yet? I don't think so. No, that was in the French Indian War when he got the bullets that went through his coat. He had 4 bullets that went through his coat and grazed him. But anyway, you're supposed to keep your generals safe because they're the ones who are the strategists. Mm-hmm. These are the guys who lead your forces, who tell people where to go and what to do. They've lost 3 of them already. Amazing. Pretty amazing. And I'm just kind of looking through here. Is there anything else in this? They also arrested the arrest of the FSB intelligence has happened. Sergei Beseda, the head of the Federal Security Branch, Russia's intelligence branch, was arrested along with his deputy, Anatoly Bolyak. An exiled human rights activist also confirmed the arrest. It comes after Russia finally admitted losing its first senior military intelligence officer during the war with Ukraine. So things are just kind of in a state of chaos.
But the war is popular in Russia, right? I mean, they're just full
they love
ahead.
it. They love it.
Right? They love it.
Love it. And here, this kind of indicates how much they love it. On Russian television, on the Russian news, had a little protest from one of the Russian TV employees. Came out. And here's what happened. No war. And so they switch immediately to some. All right, switch to the side. Do the side. Go to the video. Go to video. They were screaming that in Russian, of course.
I wonder what that sign said.
It said no war, and then there was, I don't know, some other gibberish.
I mean, that's smart. If you're going to do a protest and you want international attention, you better go with multiple languages on there.
Yeah, right. Right. But that's amazing that, first of all, that could happen in Russia. And secondly, she was arrested, and I am a little concerned for her safety at this point.
Yeah.
You imagine how pissed off Putin would be at that?
Yeah, okay, here's what it said. Don't believe the propaganda. They're lying to you here. Russians against the war.
Wow.
Wow.
What a brave woman. Holy cow. That is, she just took her life into her hands right there. God. Certainly her freedom into her hands.
She's an editor, yeah. at the channel.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Look out, because we'll see if we ever see her again. Because I would be kind of surprised.
I want to see someone on CNN do that. Hold up a sign that says, "They're lying to you here."
Wouldn't that be great? Nobody has the giblets over there that Russian woman had. But when you're counting up the losses of the Russian army so far, not only have they lost the 3 generals, they've lost 12,000 troops. They're still using the number of 12,000. They've lost a staggering 303 tanks. Jeez. 48 warplanes, 80 helicopters, and 1,000 armored personnel carriers. That is amazing.
How many of these vehicles from Russia are being driven around the countryside by Ukrainian farmers and stuff?
All of them. A lot of them are absolutely destroyed. Have you seen the wreckage of some of these on the sides of the road and things? And some of them, yes, have been confiscated by farmers, and I think they're using them to plow their fields now. But what I understand from the NATO people is that the Russian tanks really suck, are really, really bad.
Bad shape, yeah.
Yeah, that they're easy to destroy.
Yeah, and I remember reading that some of the big vehicles' tires are, just brittle and they've been sitting forever, waiting.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean
that's amazing, because you think of the Russian army as powerful and scary, when in fact maybe not so much.
Yeah, when the news broke that they entered Ukraine, you thought, oh my gosh. Here we go. It's going to be like the 1930s and 40s with Germany marching through all these little countries. Not
at all.
Apparently.
Not at all. And if it came to NATO, if it came to us versus them, we'd squash these guys.
Okay, well then you got to think of China.
Yeah,
and then you got to think of
I think we'd squash them too.
Oh no.
Frankly,
China.
They got a lot of people to go around.
Pat Gray does not speak for the U.S. government.
China's not an enemy.
See?
Now, China has I think a 3 million man and woman active force. You know what? You know what their reserve is? 200 million. They have reserve troops of 200 million.
Okay, so
that's a sizable army right there.
Let's think this through. Let's go back. Kids, it's time for a history lesson. We're going to go back 30 years, and we're going to talk about a guy, perhaps you've heard of him. His name is Bill Clinton. And we're going to talk about the technology that he allegedly sold to the Chinese.
A bastard.
And who
treasonous
knows?
Bastard.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And think of this. As treasonous and how much of a bastard he is, he was still a better president than Obama and Biden.
Very much so. But that was one massive error on his part.
Error.
And crime.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It was a massive crime. And it was treason.
Right.
And it should have been prosecuted. And that's why it pissed me off so much at the end of his regime, when everybody was saying, oh, you want him to not be president because he just had an indiscretion in his personal life? No. How about selling technology to China? How about treason? How about that? Is that enough for you or not?
Absolutely. So for the last, for a generation, China has been building up their military. And so if Russia already has a nice friendship with them, so let's see where this partnership goes, especially with trade and now Russia asking for military assistance. India now definitely getting on board the oil supply train from Russia. They've got a population base. You don't want the population base of India, the technology and manpower of China that you just alluded to, and the geography of Russia that close to Europe. Dear God, what is it going to be like a year from now? Happy Tuesday.
I'm sure it'll be like utopia.
Better?
It'll be fine, yeah.
It'll be better.
Fine.
It'll be better.
A lot better.
Sure. It's always better.
We'll fix it.
It's been getting
Everything's
better.
gonna be fine.
Like you said earlier, right? It's been getting better since that last slow news day we had in 1997.
Right. It's been progressively better every single day since 1997.
And I love it.
So great. It's so great. All right, let me tell you about Real Estate Agents I Trust. Real Estate Agents I Trust is Glenn's company, and he put this together because he didn't want you to have the experience he did with realtors. You wanted to make sure that when you look for a realtor, you can find somebody who's got experience, that they're really committed to their job, that they have a great track record. They've actually sold lots of homes in their career, and they know how to advise you in how to sell your home and how to get the most out of your money when you're buying a home. Because a lot of times you're relocating, and so you have to do both, and you need good realtors to do that. It's the biggest investment you're ever going to make in your life, so you want it to go well. Hire the best in the business. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name really says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
Pat Gray.
We got our poll results, the Pat poll yesterday. Who is more hideous? Hillary Clinton or Kamala Harris?
And what was
I'm a little surprised.
Was the third option not Jeffy?
No.
Okay.
No, Jeffy was not an option. Jeffy would have won handily. You know that. Hillary Clinton, 69.3%. Kamala Harris, 30.7%. There it is. So, by far more hideous.
More than 2/3. Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. She crushed Kamala. Wasn't even close. And she's not even, in our face that much anymore. That's how much people love Hillary Clinton.
And stay away.
What is it? Is it just because of her death list? Is that why? Is it because of the Clintons and the people they've killed? Is that why she's more hideous?
I can't get into the mind of the average pathead voter. I will just say that I would have voted for Hillary Clinton as well.
Oh, and then there's the addendum there at the bottom that Rob put in there. Poll is invalid. No, I don't know. Option.
No, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Sorry. Yeah.
I don't know. Because I don't know would have probably won. So.
And see, that's no fun.
I don't need that.
You like to force people into a position.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, you have to know between Hillary and Kamala. You have to. Sorry.
Yeah.
We had to force that issue.
Thank you for defending the poll that's under your name.
Yeah, the integrity of the poll was coming into question thanks to Rob, but no, we won't have it. We won't have it. This is pretty great. Dolly Parton has removed her name. I don't know if she can, but she asked to have her name removed from consideration for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I love the article. The country singer known for crossover hits like Jolene. No, Jolene was not a crossover hit. There's no rock stations that played Jolene. Name a top 40 station that played Jolene. And I'll show you a station that went out of business. It became like one of those AC soft rock stations.
Oh, yeah. Contemporary.
Uh-huh. Known for crossover hits like Jolene, I Will Always Love You, and 9 to 5. Now, 9 to 5 did crossover. But it's like one song. And I Will Always Love You, her version didn't cross over. That was Whitney Houston. She said, even though I'm extremely flattered and grateful to be nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't feel I've earned that right. Me neither. So good job, Dolly. Mm-hmm. I really do not want votes to be split because of me, so I must respectfully bow out. How about that? Mm-hmm. Now, there's still a lot of people who don't belong in the Rock Hall of Fame that are nominated for it, like Eminem, A Tribe Called Quest, Lionel Richie, Carly Simon, Dionne Warwick, Kate Bush. Ugh. Jeez. No. Come on. And then you got Judas Priest, MC5, Rage Against the Machine, and New York Dolls. At least those are, you can make the case that they're rock artists.
Did you say Beck?
Beck? No.
Didn't you previously mention Beck, like when they first listed the nominees?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, because I remember you asking me about him.
Yeah, because you were a fan. Okay. You were legitimately a fan of Beck.
Oh, yeah, he's a genius. Like, I don't throw that word around lightly. I've said this. Mike
you
Judge,
really believe that?
Mike Judge, creator of Idiocracy, Beavis and Butthead, Office Space even, and Beck, the musical artist. Two geniuses in this world. But I wonder, I'm going to look him up and see if there's a...
Yeah, all right. Look him up. Huh. On its website, the Rock Hall praised Dolly Parton as a living legend and a paragon of female empowerment. What does that have to do with rock and roll music? She doesn't sing rock music. Adding that her unapologetic femininity belied her shrewd business acumen an asset in the male-dominated music industry. That is really pathetic. Other artists have balked at inclusion in the club before. John Lydon, better known as Johnny Rotten of the Sex Pistols, thumbed his nose at the band's induction in 2006 with the band opting not to show up. Wow. In 2012, when Guns N' Roses made it, Axl Rose said he would decline to participate and asked that he not be included in absentia. Both acts were inducted anyway, against their will. We don't want to be in your crappy hall. You know how many members there are?
Oh, no. I'm hundreds.
900.
Oh, God.
900 inductees. It's a joke.
It is a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. Just never mind the fact that Foreigner and the Monkees
right.
and the Connells, never mind that they're not in there.
Boston.
Right, that they're not even nominated.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
That makes it a joke. Just the Foreigner fact alone shows that it's a complete joke.
Yeah, when you're nominating Dolly Parton.
Right.
And not Foreigner.
And so, that aside.
Yeah.
The sheer numbers.
The
Hall of Fame
ridiculous.
is supposed to be the best of the best.
Right.
By the way, speaking of the best of the best, Beck is a nominee. I don't know why he's missing from that article.
Oh, I don't either.
But, yeah,
he's nowhere in the article. Mm-hmm. Well, good. I'm so glad the genius Beck is being included.
You should spend some time with his Colors album, Pat. Colors.
His Colors album.
Colors.
Right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, you will.
I'll do that. Is that the one with Loser on it?
No, it is not.
That's the only Beck song with which I'm familiar because it's the only one that was ever played on Top 40 radio.
Now, if you had told 1994 Keith, who was listening to Loser and singing along to it, and then the rest of the album, I was just like, I don't get it. Who would have been sitting here 30 years later saying, oh, dude's one of the two geniuses in the world. I mean, like, what are you talking about?
He's one of only two geniuses?
Yeah.
Who's the other?
I'm sorry, there's three, of course. There's Beck. I just told you that there's Mike Judge, Beavis and Butthead creator.
Oh, right.
Ain't that right,
Okay.
Cornholio? And there's Pat Gray. So there's three, obviously, in the world.
That was smart because now I've got to accept.
See, read the room. Y'all.
I've got to accept your list.
Read the room.
Right.
No, but seriously, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has done this to themselves.
They have. They're garbage. It's a garbage organization. It really is.
Yeah. And you know what? At this point, as a Foreigner fan, do you even care? Like,
I don't know.
Whatever.
No. I think this has pushed me over the edge. As soon as I saw the 900 inductees number, I'm like, okay.
I got it.
Come on.
How many members are... When was Rock and Roll? Probably 1955, we learned from...
55, 56-ish.
We learned that from Back to the Future. Mm-hmm. All right, so how many... you do the math on the years there while I look up this.
What are you looking up?
I'm looking up the Hall of Fame, Pro Football Hall of Fame. How many members are there? 362.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, the Hall of Fame, the
now
NFL.
That's a real Hall of Fame.
The Pro Football Hall of Fame was established in 1963.
Huh.
Pro football's been around for what? 80 some 9 or I don't know. 100 years probably. Less than 100 years. Mm-hmm. And it has a third of the members of rock and roll that's existed since 1955. And the Rock Hall itself wasn't until late 80s, early 90s.
Right.
Joke.
So they made up for lost time, that's for sure.
Joke.
Because I was dividing 900 by 65 years that it's been since rock and roll. But you really have to only divide it by the number of years the Rock and Roll Hall has existed.
Yeah. So
they've had to, I got 14, almost an average of 14 a year.
Okay, get your deal, get your calculator out over there. 58 years, the Pro Football Hall of Fame divided by 362. And then
so if we put the 18-minute together along with the 7-minute together, you got 22 minutes. You sell it with 8 minutes of ads, you got 30 minutes.
30 minutes of members.
362 divided by what? 58
years, yeah.
58 years of its existence. That's 6.2.
Okay.
6.2 a year.
So now, so that's 6.2. And thanks for indulging us, y'all. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it says it was established in 1983, but that's not the Cleveland one.
Huh.
So
well,
maybe
let's just use that number, though.
All right, so
so it's been
30, 20,
it's been 39 years.
Okay. And how many members?
39 years and 900. So let's go 900.
Oh, we're doing this, y'all.
Divided by 39.
What do you got?
And we've got 23 per year.
23 to 6.
23 per year. Come on now.
Stupid.
Okay.
What a joke.
We just proved our point. It's just, it's garbage.
Yeah. Now,
it's garbage.
You had Dolly say, I don't want to be considered. Mm-hmm. And she's such a class act.
Now, she said she hopes to be, because she said she's not worthy. She hopes to be worthy someday because she's going to make a rock album.
Yeah, because her husband loves rock and roll.
One rock album
I know.
does not make you Hall of Fame worthy.
But it does make you more eligible than you are right now.
Yes, that's probably true.
And since she's so wonderful and lovely, our audience picking up on how we ruin everything, Pathead Tea Party Trucking sent us a story from March of 2021 to ruin our Dolly Parton vision here.
Yeah, she told the coward anti-vaxxers to get a COVID-19 vaccine. Don't be chicken.
Don't be chicken squat.
That really sucks.
I know.
That
Don't
really
send me
sucks.
this stuff. Everything's ruined. There's nothing left.
Speaking of her shot and how it was being prepared, Dolly said, I'm so excited. I've been waiting a while. I'm old enough to get it, and I'm smart enough to get it. So everybody who hasn't gotten it is stupid, obviously. That's great. Good for you. She was thrilled to be receiving the dose and eager to show off just how easy it was. She also adamantly told her followers she didn't skip the line.
Yeah, March 21.
I was really concerned about that. Didn't want you jumping in front of me.
Don't take my dose, Dolly.
I think we all want to get back to normal, whatever that is. And that would be a great shot in the arm, wouldn't it?
Oh.
If we could get back to that. Get out there and get your shot. I just want to say to all you cowards out there,
Oh, no.
don't be such a chicken squat.
Oh, no, Dolly.
Yeah. So
Why?
there you go. That's Dolly Parton.
So we've officially now
Now you can ruin everybody and everything.
we have ruined everything on this program now.
Pretty much.
Cool.
So, there you have it. She just started to gain a little bit of a respect in your mind, maybe, because she pulled out of the rock consideration. And then we slapped you right back down with the shot nonsense.
And you're welcome.
Yeah, and you're welcome, as usual. 888-900-3393. Do you know that the U.S. State Department says they're paying more than $2 million per month to provide 24-hour security to former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and a former top aide, both of whom face serious and credible threats from Iran. Okay, $2 million a month? That's $24 million a year to protect two people. Are you kidding me? What are you doing for them? Wow. Are you protecting them with gold-plated shields around them at all times?
Wow.
What the heck? I mean, I know that security is expensive, but there are people that I know who have security round the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it's less than that per year. This is $2 million per month. My gosh, that's just nuts. Pompeo led the Trump administration's maximum pressure campaign against Iran. And the report says U.S. intelligence assesses that the threats to them have remained constant since they left government and could even intensify. The threats have persisted even as Biden's administration has been engaged in indirect negotiations with Iran over a U.S. return to the landmark 2015 nuclear deal. It's hard to believe that Iran wants Mike Pompeo dead that badly, that he needs $2 million a month security. I mean, I don't want anything to happen to Mike Pompeo, but really, is that necessary? Wow. And then how long do you keep doing that?
You're right.
Forever? For the rest of his life? $2 million a month for the rest of his life? I don't know. All right, 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray is here.
I am. And thank you for being here as well. Got some tweets here. Comrade Snoobage tweets, I like the idea of the ref throwing the football in the air at the 50, and both teams have a free-for-all to get the ball. No penalties. First team to score wins.
I like that a lot. A little jump ball in football.
Rowdy Introvert, the Americans that aren't buying the inflation propaganda are the Americans that are actually buying gas and groceries. Yeah, that's right. Biden loves, from Laura, Biden loves saying Putin because it almost sounds like puddin'.
Yeah.
The puddin'? I love puddin'.
Why is Ukraine upset?
Why are they upset with puddin'? I really like puddin'. Free exercise? So you're saying that Kamala is bad even at being hideous? Yes. Yeah. Vern Lundquist, Dolly is a stand-up lady. Did y'all know her parents were so poor that they had to pay for her delivery with a sack of cornmeal?
Oh, my.
Sounds like a Joe Biden story. Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. Jules May, hey, Pat, wouldn't it be epic if Foreigner was finally inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and they boycotted the ceremony? Yes, it would. Mm-hmm. And from Hessian, which is it, Pat? Is it one album doesn't qualify you for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or has Boston been wronged? Wait, what is that? Wait, Boston has 3 quality albums. 3. Okay? Their debut, which was perhaps
very good,
the greatest album of all time. For my money, it is the greatest album of all time. Way ahead of its time, and so different than anything else that was on the radio in 1976. And then Don't Look Back was really good, and Third Stage was good. After that, it's all garbage. Mm-hmm. I grant you that. It's all garbage from then on.
As we've seen, what qualifies you to be in the Rock Hall, they have more than surpassed.
Yes, because they were influential. And I mean, his Rockman speaker, sound thing, amplifier, changed music for a lot. I mean, Def Leppard used it. All kinds of rock artists used.
I didn't know that.
Tom Scholz's inventions, which to get a different kind of sound, and that Boston sound is so unique and so original that I mean you got to put him in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just for that.
Who invented the tambourine? I wonder.
I don't know, but some genius.
Thank you.
No doubt.
I'm glad we got there.
A genius along the lines of Beck, I'd have to say.
1700 BC, used by ancient musicians in West Africa, the Middle East, Turkey, Greece, and India.
1700 BC?
Wow. How cool is that? I mean, what?
That's almost 4,000 years ago.
That is incredible.
Jeez. All right.
I wonder, but what do they use? Like, I bet they use seashells or something.
Did anybody see the drone swarm in Austin?
No.
The big display at South by Southwest?
Huh.
Somebody put up a marketing plan, like this marketing stunt, where they used 400 drones, and it created a QR code in the sky. It was so you got a barcode up in the sky.
Oh, we don't have pictures of that, do we?
That actually worked.
It worked?
It worked.
What?
Yeah.
Nate, find us a video of that, please.
Yeah, sorry, I should have sent that in.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe I didn't send that in.
I'm just trying to imagine that. Amazing.
Should be easy to find, though, Rob, if you're really quick.
QR code, Austin.
QR code, Austin, South by Southwest. But really amazing. 400 drones just hanging there in the sky, creating a QR code. Really amazing.
Wow.
And so it was 300 feet high by 600 feet wide. Wow. That's a huge display. You could see that thing for miles.
I bet you could.
And it was to promote the Paramount Plus series Halo.
Oh, wow.
Which is coming soon, I guess. Halo, it's based on the Xbox game. Are you familiar with it?
I am. I mean, I don't play it, but yeah. And it actually, when you see a still shot of this online, it works on your phone too.
Oh, you're kidding?
That's pretty awesome. That is.
That's amazing.
It is so amazing.
The technology involved there is really cool.
Golly.
So it scared the crap out of some people.
I bet.
Locals on the Austin subreddit had plenty of thoughts. This is obviously a sign of the apocalypse, one wrote. The day I look up to the night sky and see an effing ad is the day you should just shoot me right there. And then this, I saw it and got scared and ran inside. Okay. All right. It's not going to hurt you. They're just a bunch of dumb drones, and these are not loaded with missiles, so it's not going to hurt you. Some people thought, just damn, that was genuinely so cool. Smart idea. Get your message out to the people who don't give any Fs to actually get anywhere near downtown during South by Southwest. I, for one, am interested in this. Yeah, I don't know how you pull that off. Really amazing. Apparently, it sounded like a swarm of bees times 1,000.
Oh, my.
Really, really something, though. That's a creative idea.
That is something else.
A barcode in the sky that when you click on it, it goes to the trailer of Halo.
That
amazing.
is our future everywhere.
It is, yeah.
I bet at sporting events, especially overhead.
Yes. Oh, no doubt about it.
Get ready for that, especially since it was so successful for them.
Because people are saying, oh my gosh, look at the word of mouth this created. Look at how successful this was. We're doing it too. And everybody will copy it now.
Yeah, we're getting video here shortly on that.
Oh.
So, anyway, I don't know that
all right.
we're going to have it right this second, but...
I want it right this second.
He wants it right this second.
I want it right now. All right, 888-900-3393. On the border, Biden has this great recipe. It's to just let illegals flood the country and drastically reduce deportation.
Sure.
It's a good recipe. So let them come across, as many as want to come across.
Okay.
And then stop deporting people.
It's been working so far for them, right?
It's been going great. Well, and I will say the third item in this recipe is a complicit media who won't mention any of this. I mean, when was the last time you heard anybody talk about immigration?
Mm-hmm.
Including us. We've really not spoken about it much.
There's so much chaos and destruction in the world.
Yep.
You can only squeeze so much of it into one day.
True.
But yeah, apparently there's a place in Mexico that has like the nickname Prison City, and they're threatening to release 70,000 prisoners who would then make their way to the border up here, no doubt.
What?
So that's good.
Really?
That's an additional
good
bit of fun to the puzzle.
Okay. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, reported Friday interior immigration arrests fell to 74,000. That's from 103,000 the year before, 143,000 2 years ago. Likewise, deportations fell a stunning 70%. Lowest number in 26 years. Lack of deportations marked a precipitous drop from the Obama and Trump years, when expulsions often topped 300,000 or more per year. It was 59,000 last year. The Biden administration delayed the release of the stats by 3 months, drawing the ire of some in Congress, and boasted in its new report they had markedly shifted toward fewer actions targeting immigrants with felony records. Oh, yay! Yay! We're not gonna deport anybody who is a felon.
Yes.
Even. We're not even deporting felons, and they're bragging about that.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't even deport felons last year, so
I mean, this
illegal alien felons
it
get to stay.
It hates our sovereignty.
That's unbelievable.
It hates our safety, our sovereignty. It just does not care, this administration.
They are anti-American.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Approximately 49% of all arrests were of convicted criminals, according to ICE. A targeted intelligence-driven operation rounded up a total of 495 non-citizen sex offenders from 54 different countries. Of particular note, 80% of those non-citizens had victimized children.
Oh, good. Good.
The agency also deported 34 known or suspected terrorists. Okay. So what are they doing here? How are they getting through? I've been told all these years that terrorists are not coming across our southern border. Huh.
Now we're giving them a first-class ticket to their city of choice overnight around America.
That's just unbelievable, isn't it? It's just really unbelievable. Again, If you were trying to destroy the United States of America, what would you do differently? Is there anything they've missed? Because I can't think of it.
And don't forget, over a 2-week period, I forgot if it was 16, 17, somewhere in that region there, of Chinese and Russians crossing the border illegally that were caught.
But I'm sure they're looking for better lives in the United States, don't you think?
Right. That's right.
I think they're looking for better lives. They don't mean us any harm whatsoever. They're just looking for better lives.
And thankfully, there's no conflicts going on in the world that involve these nations.
Right.
So there's obviously,
Right.
like we heard earlier, China is not an enemy.
Right, we did hear that.
And of course, Russia just minding their own business around the world.
Yeah. Yeah, if you think they're an enemy, the 80s called and want to talk to you about getting their policy back, okay?
Thank you.
All right. So shut up. Also, this might be tied in to the immigration situation a little bit. Hispanic voters, by 9 percentage points, will back Republicans in this November's midterm elections. More Latino respondents said they will back a Republican candidate for Congress over a Democrat. A shocking shift for a demographic group once considered reliably Democratic. Yeah, the Democrats thought they had Latinos all sewn up. But guess what? Those who have come here and are able to vote and are citizens and are here legally don't like it when the others that come behind them don't follow the rules like they did. They get a little bit irritated by that. And Latinos aren't the only group where Democrat support has eroded. Black voter support for Democrats has dropped 21 points since November, while their support for Republicans has risen 15 points. It's risen 15 points? When was the last time Republicans got 15% of black vote? Like 1901? That's pretty impressive. And 21-point drop for Democrats in 6 months? While this poll puts Democrats' problems with minority voters into stark relief, Hispanic shift away from the party is nothing new. Hispanic support was crucial to Republican Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin's upset victory last year. Democrat pollsters and operatives told Politico in January that the party takes Latinos for granted and is refusing to work for their vote. Even worse for Democrats, strategist Chuck Rocha said party poobahs still aren't admitting there's a problem. Good. Just keep living in your dream world. The party's numbers on inflation and the economy, meanwhile, were abysmal. 65% of respondents think the economy is headed in the wrong direction under Biden, and only 30% trust the Democrats to get inflation under control. Inflation and the economy are most voters' top issues. Well, then why aren't you talking to Vladimir Putin about it? Because it's his fault. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's Vladimir Putin who's screwed up this economy. Don't start blaming Joe Biden for that. No joke. No joke, man.
Let's see here.
In a rematch of 20 of the 2020 election, the 2024 rematch, looks like Biden and Trump are deadlocked in a new poll. How is that possible?
Right? Thank you.
How?
I thought that was shocking, too.
How does Joe Biden have any support from anybody? Mm-hmm. That's unbelievable. So let's see. What is it, 37% each?
Yeah, is that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's like 37% apiece.
By the way, the highest support for a GOP candidate in presidential history, 1932, Herbert Hoover, 77% of the black vote.
Wow.
That is unreal.
Really?
That is amazing.
Yeah, it is. Jeez.
Or not? Is that Hoover? Is that? Yeah, because he was running for re-election that year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at a chart of all the years, and far and away, 1932 was the biggest year. Speaking of people who are realizing that Trump is better than Biden, do we have time? Can we play this Trevor Noah clip? This is going to shock you because what's happening is Saudi Arabia not returning Biden's calls.
Yeah.
Wants more oil. That's the boat ramp for this video here. Watch this.
All right.
Saudi Arabia isn't playing ball with Joe Biden. And you know what? You can say what you want, but this would have never happened to Donald Trump. Never. No one was ever ignoring Donald Trump's calls. Yeah, because if you ignored Donald Trump's calls, you didn't know how he would respond. Maybe he'd send an angry tweet. Or maybe he'd just ban your country from everything. You don't know. That's why I bet in these situations, Biden actually wishes that he could hire Trump to step in as president wildcard. Just keep everyone on their toes. Because if Trump was calling, you best believe the UAE, they'll be racing to pick up the phone. Oh, Mr. Trump, we're here, hello? Too late, Ahmed. You made me wait 2 rings. We're bombing the UAE and the UFC, just in case.
I mean, that's the best thing I've ever seen him do.
Yeah, he's trying to be
by
funny,
far the
and
best
it actually
thing.
was
and
funny.
he is actually funny there.
But he made a great point.
And it's a good imitation.
But
yeah, he did make a great point. Yeah,
I don't know if he meant to.
It is true. Huh. I don't understand. I really don't. I don't understand what's going on. I guess people are starting to wake up, maybe? Is it true? Is it possible?
Too late.
Yeah, it is
chance,
too late.
Dummies.
It is too late.
We tried to tell you. We have the drone video from Austin if you want to see that.
All right, let's see that.
Watch this.
Indeed.
QR code in the sky above Austin for South
Look
by
at that.
Southwest. That's a Halo.
Look how big it is.
QR code made out of drones.
That's what she said.
It's clickable. It works.
It is clickable.
And it's clickable.
It's
it
cool.
works. Yeah. Look how far he is.
And it's loud.
And how big that thing is. That's impressive.
That is so cool.
I mean, you see the skyline downtown. That's gigantic. And then it's spelled out Halo series streams March 24th.
March 24th. Ain't
Wow.
nobody in Austin going to forget that day.
That's amazing. Plus, I think they did it Sunday, and I think they did it again last night, and they're going to do it again tonight. All right, 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed. Come on up. Got some tweets here to start out. Carl Smith tweets, someone needs to tell Joe Biden continually saying, it's no joke. Won't change the fact that his administration actually is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Also from Jeffy's Meat Sweats. Believe it or not, it's illegal to shoot a drone down for flying over your house.
Not illegal, right? I think he mistyped that.
No, he says it is illegal.
No, I think he mistyped.
It's illegal to shoot a drone down for flying over your house. It's legal to fly over a private property as long as it's not within a no-fly zone like an airport or national park. Didn't know that. I didn't.
So I knew you couldn't do it near an airport or national park.
Yeah, obviously. But if it's over my house, if it's over my backyard, if it's looking in my windows, I can't shoot it down?
Hold on a second.
Interesting.
I think we got a typo here.
Huh.
No, surprisingly, even in Texas, you cannot shoot a drone. Well, then don't fly over my house.
Right. That's what you would think.
Now, granted, I'm not wandering around my yard with my gun in hand on a normal occasion.
If it flies low enough, can I take a baseball bat to it? I didn't shoot it down. You just beat the crap out of it. Is that all right? I don't know.
Let's see. Can I knock a drone down with a baseball bat?
Because this kind of stuff is going to happen. People
yeah.
are going to be peeping in your windows, trying to record things you're doing. I mean, I could see drones becoming kind of a problem eventually. Let's see. From Dallas Creamer Media. What's a guy got to do to get his tweet mentioned on the show? Do I need to wash your car?
Well, I mean, that would help.
It would help.
Right?
Yeah.
But I think you just got your tweet read. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Right.
There it is. You got it.
Yeah.
Of course, it came in at 9:19 last night. So that could be a problem
That
as
could
well.
be a problem, right?
You
You're
know,
lucky we saw this, bro.
We do the show live in the morning.
Okay.
So
tweet us in the morning.
Once the show's already been recorded, it's hard to read tweets that come in at 9
we
o'clock
used to
at
experiment. We tried to go back at 9 o'clock at night, and then we would try to
just jam some tweets into the show that's already
splice
been
them
recorded.
In. Yeah, splice them in there.
And it just took us until
really,
like 3 in the morning. And that's when we get up to come to the show. So
it really wore out Nate in there.
Yeah.
We're just like, you know what? That was a bad idea. Sorry about that, man.
Really bad idea.
Just scratch that.
So yeah, there you go.
And let's see. So
Can you take a baseball bat to it?
Yeah, let's see. For those issues, the drones are expected to conform to existing laws. Yeah, you don't want to do. Think of a drone. Think of a drone as if it were a car. If someone was to take their car and drive it right on your property, you would absolutely have the right to call a tow truck company. But what you don't have is the right to use a baseball bat and break the car's windows?
What?
I don't...
What? Wait, so what do I have the right to do if the car comes on my property?
Right, so...
What do I have the right to do? Nothing?
Stand there and look at it?
Okay.
Please don't run me over.
Hey, could you possibly move your car off of my lawn?
This is dumb.
Do I have that right to ask them really sweetly if they'd move? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I will take my chances with a jury, sir.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. By the way, on Monday, the Mustard Museum creator in Wisconsin removed all Russian mustards from the museum. Created quite a firestorm, apparently.
Oh, God, this is out of control.
Wait, there is a mustard museum? Why? And B, how does that help the Ukrainian people? Okay, you moved Russian mustard out of the museum. I mean, that doesn't piss me off, but it did piss off a lot of people. Apparently, he heard from people all over the world, he says.
Wow.
And I'm sure the poor guy's thinking, people are really going to like it when I remove the Russian mustards, because then that shows my support for the Ukrainian people. And everybody's for Ukraine, so this is going to go well. Nope. You got to find out that no matter what you do online, you're going to get bashed for it. You're going to get your teeth kicked in.
This is approaching the level of absurdity.
Oh, it's so absurd.
Of naming French fries freedom fries.
Yeah, stupid.
Congress.
Really stupid.
Stop.
Critics took it as another piece of evidence that there's a growing Russophobia in response. They've attached an ophobia.
Yes!
To Russia now.
We got there.
Okay. Now this is going to protect them because you don't want to be accused of Russophobia. But Barry Levinson, the former Assistant Attorney General for the state of Wisconsin and the founder and curator of the Mustard Museum, told the Daily Wire that this was all just a big misunderstanding.
Okay.
He has mustard displays from around the world, and the museum had about 6 Russian mustards.
This is the most pub this place has gotten ever. Ever.
No question about it. As those condiments were replaced by this sign, the museum decided to remove these mustards as a way of showing the Ukrainian people support. And now Levinson is confused by the uproar behind the decision. It was never about showing hatred or discrimination against the Russian people, according to him. Still, many people saw it as the latest in a series of perceived Russia-phobic moves, such as the canceling of Russian piano prodigy Alexander Molofiev from the Montreal Orchestra. See, that is stupid. These kinds of things, like banning the orchestra from playing Tchaikovsky. Where was that? Was it in London? I think it was in Cardiff, England. They banned Tchaikovsky from the orchestra. Now this piano prodigy doesn't get to play in Montreal, and the Russian mustards aren't being displayed right now.
So imagine you got a family trip, and one of the highlights of it is you're going to stop at the old mustard museum.
Mm-hmm.
And then imagine the displeasure.
The pain, the suffering.
The disappointment with your kids,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. The agony, the outrage.
You get in there, and they've walled off the Russian mustard seeds.
Yeah. Well, the mustard is now in Barry's office, apparently. He took it from display and put it on his desk in his office.
To say,
hey, I'd like to see the Russian mustard.
Slip you a $20 to let my kids see the Russian
Let me see
seeds
the Russian mustard, please. I heard they have some really good mustard.
We drove all the way from Florida
to see
for spring break.
The 6 mustards we were most excited to see were the Russian mustards. So, I mean, we've seen French's mustard, and I've seen Grey Poupon mustard.
Yeah.
But what we really love are all the Russian mustards
Barry,
that they have that are so great.
Terry, we've been
and
planning
delicious.
this spring break trip for over a year now.
Yeah,
and
we'd really like to see them.
we drove from Florida up here to Wisconsin. We got to Illinois and we heard the news break that you were sequestering
We
the
nearly
Russians.
turned around and drove back.
But we thought, you know what?
Maybe we can convince Barry to let us see him. I'll slip him 20 kids. We'll see him. We'll see him. Don't worry. Now, he boasts more than 6,000 mustards from around the world. So those 6 shouldn't be critical, but, to some people, they probably are.
Golly,
They
how long has
probably
this
are.
dude been mustard seed collecting?
I don't know. What a weird thing.
Right.
What a weird thing.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop being the assistant attorney general of the state of Wisconsin, and instead, I'm going to start me a mustard museum.
I need some help here. Do we know what town this is? Because believe it or not, there is more than one mustard
What?
seed.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is, dude. Yes, there is.
Unbelievable.
What do we got? Do you know what town?
What a world. It doesn't say what town.
Well,
Let's see. You would think this could only be supported in the biggest town
I found
in
it.
Wisconsin, in Milwaukee.
I
Somewhere
found
in Milwaukee?
Middleton.
Is that a suburban
yeah.
Milwaukee?
Middleton is, I think, very close to Milwaukee.
Okay.
But it's too late now because now I've clicked on the link and I'm too entrenched here. Oh my goodness, it is quite a setup here.
Yeah, they have a lot of mustard in there.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
But not as much as they could have.
No, not without the 6 Russian mustards. Did they have any ketchup at all, or it's just mustard, right?
Don't be ridiculous.
Relish?
You
Would
would you
put
stop?
relish in a mustard museum.
No. This is mustard, man.
Pickles? Do you have any pickles?
How many times are we going to go over this?
All right.
It's only
just mustard.
mustard.
Just mustard. We should call them and ask them if they also have ketchup. No, it's a mustard museum. Oh, okay. Well, how about relish? No, it's a mustard museum.
Barry would be angry. I tell you, you radio people call all the time. I've told you all the time it's mustard and only mustard. It'd be ridiculous. With your ketchup and relish inquiries.
I'm sure there's a separate ketchup museum and a separate relish museum.
Let's take a look.
I bet there is. What do you want to bet? Maybe not in Wisconsin, but
Right.
somewhere there's got to be. Maybe in Pennsylvania it's ketchup because isn't that where Heinz comes from?
Well, there's the Heinz History Center.
Okay.
So I'm sure that's that.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to actually... this is the first time... You're witnessing history, y'all. This is the first time ever that this has been done where someone has Googled National Relish Museum. Type that in here. Now relish needed a buddy. There's the horseradish in relish national. Wait.
Oh,
that's
yeah, you want to pair it with the horseradish.
Oh no, Pat. Oh no, Pat. It's actually a part of the mustard museum.
No. So they
is.
do have relish.
It is.
You're telling me they didn't have relish, and they do.
I was going on the faulty assumption, and I apologize for that.
That is fantastic. What are the odds? Seriously, what are the odds? Not good. All right, 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. All right, I want to show you the next president of the United States in action. Well, maybe not, because if Trump runs, Ron DeSantis will not be running, I believe. But this guy is fantastic, standing up to these reporters, standing up to CEOs of major corporations that are trying to pile on him. Disney, in fact, this Bob Chapek, whatever his name is. Oh yeah. What a douchebag he is.
You share the opinion of so many.
I mean, I thought Bob Iger and Michael Eisenberg started to take Disney in a direction that was, progressive and woke. This guy is out of control. When he starts jumping all over Ron DeSantis in Florida for not allowing kindergartners to receive LGBTQIA2+ training, It's unbelievable, and they call that cruel and abusive to the LGBTQIA2+ community. When really, it's not doing anything to them. You're just not subjecting the kids to sex ed for alternative lifestyles, or for that matter, for heterosexual lifestyles. You're just not subjecting these little kids to sex. And Disney thinks they should be? It's unbelievable. So, Ron DeSantis stood up to him yesterday.
So here's what I can tell you. In the state of Florida, we are not going to allow them to inject transgenderism into kindergarten. First graders shouldn't have woke gender ideology imposed in their curriculums. And that is what we're standing for, because we're standing for the kids and we're standing for the parents. And I can tell you this, the chance that I am going to back down from my commitment to students and back down from my commitment to parents' rights simply because of fraudulent media narratives or pressure from woke corporations, the chances of that are zero.
Love it.
And when you have companies that have made a fortune off being family friendly,
Right.
to families and young
Right.
kids, you know, they should understand that parents of young kids do not want this injected into their kids' kindergarten classroom.
Right.
They do not
That's for
want
sure.
their first graders to go and being told that they can choose an opposite gender. That is not appropriate for those kids. And so if you're family friendly, understand the parents who are actually raising families want to have their rights respected. And I also think that if you have companies like a Disney that are going to say and criticize parents' rights, they're going to criticize the fact that we don't want transgenderism in kindergarten and first grade classrooms, if that's the hill that they're going to die on, then how do they possibly explain lining their pockets with their relationship with the Communist Party of China?
Oh,
Because that's what they
nice.
do. And they make a fortune.
Nice.
They don't say a word about the really brutal practices that you see over there at the hands of the CCP. And so in Florida, our policy is going to be based on the best interest of Florida citizens, not on the musing of woke corporations.
I love this guy. Love him. Why don't you marry him then?
Yeah, why not?
I would if he'd have me. If he'd have me, I would.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love that. I love that.
That's what a nice shot at Disney.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It wasn't enough for and by the way, whenever the left and the woke corporations protest a bill, they've obviously never ever read the bill ever.
Right.
Ever.
Right. They have no idea what they're talking about.
Exactly.
And when was the last time you saw Bob Iger or Bob Chapek or whatever his stupid name is go over to Shanghai where they've got that brand new theme park and say, hey, Disney, what are you doing with the Uyghurs? What are you doing with the internment camps, the concentration camps and the Uyghurs? No, we're going to close down our park.
And that was what was so brilliant and beautiful
Not
about
for a second
that.
they won't do that.
Because not only did he didn't just keep the fight with the transgender bill thing, okay? He went and said, oh, I'm going to put a battleground over here. Defend this ground about China there, Disney. Put them on the defensive for a change.
Yep.
And you can take baseball all-star games out of Georgia because you don't like their laws on voting. And you can move your Hollywood production out of Georgia because you don't like the new voting law there. But good luck picking up that theme park that you've just said is on the brink of bankruptcy. You're going to pick that up and take it out of Florida? Good luck with that, Disney. Your move.
Absolutely brilliant. Really, really brilliant. All right, let me tell you about Patriot Mobile. Speaking of brilliant, if the truckers have taught us anything, it's that we are infinitely more powerful when we stick together, and the same goes for supporting businesses that believe in this country and your right to live free. That's why we are really proud to partner with Patriot Mobile. It's America's only Christian conservative cell phone provider, and we want you to as well. They offer broad nationwide coverage, of course. In fact, they have the same towers as the major carriers. So you get the same great nationwide coverage, plus the peace of mind that your money is supporting your right to free speech. Patriot Mobile has plans to fit any budget, and their 100% U.S.-based customer support team provides exceptional customer support. More importantly, Patriot Mobile shares your values and supports organizations fighting for religious freedom, constitutional rights, sanctity of life, and our veterans and first responders. Go to patriotmobile.com/Pat. Get free activation when you use the offer code PAT. And you'll save even more, again, if you're a veteran or a first responder. Make the switch today to a company that supports your values and loves this country like you do. PatriotMobile.com/Pat, PatriotMobile.com/Pat, or 972-PATRIOT.
Pat Gray returns on the Blaze Radio Network.
That's good stuff, man.
Thank you.
Rock on.
Got some tweets here. DMX DM tweets. Well, it's legal for me to target practice in my own property. Not my fault if they fly into my target zone with their drones.
Yes.
Richard Deshane tweets, "Hi, Pat. Just testing the theory that tweets during a live show work."
Oh, yeah. Look at there.
Yeah, look at that.
See?
Yeah.
Nice job.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Aw.
As are you, Richard.
That's sweet.
I mean that.
Do you?
I mean that. No joke, man. No joke. This is not a joke, man. Axis Tech tweets, "The Mustard Museum should feature ketchup, pickles, relish, and more in an effort to increase inclusion and diversity."
Thank you.
That's a good point. By the way, you can sign up at blazetv.com right now. Use the promo code MOREUNLEASHED for $15 off your subscription, because starting this coming Monday, you'll get a segment of Pat Gray Unleashed. Overtime starts on Monday, and we're just going to go more in depth to things, do things that we can't necessarily do on the actual show.
Will we have monkeys running around the studio? Oh, I just have to wait and see.
Yeah, you'll have to see.
You just have to tune in.
You'll have to see. It all begins. Pat Gray Overtime begins Monday on most of this same network.
Most of it. Mm-hmm. In other words, blazetv.com.
Yes, right.
Don't forget, what was the code again? More Unleashed.
More Unleashed.
$15
See, because
off.
you get this Unleashed, and then you can get more Unleashed by signing up.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Kansas public school teachers suing the school officials for requiring her to address students by their preferred names and pronouns.
Just make it stop.
Really? They have preferred names now, too? So you can't call them by their actual name. They've got a preferred name.
Oh, God.
Yeah, my name's Pat, but I want you to call me Hank.
Okay.
All right,
Hank
whatever.
Unleashed.
I don't care.
Hank Unleashed.
I don't care, whatever. But if you're a guy and you want me to call you her, I don't know that I'm going to do that. I don't know.
I'm definitely not going to do that.
So she is suing the principal of the school, the district's superintendent, and members of the school board after being suspended because she didn't use the student's preferred name. Pamela Rickard taught math at Fort Riley Middle School. It's a middle school, too. Jeez. She says that she refused to use the preferred names and pronouns of transgender and non-binary students. How many transgender and non-binary students do they have? Really? Are there more? Is there more than one?
And if you draw this out to its logical conclusion, this child could change their whichever sex that they identify with every day. They could change their name every day, and it's incumbent upon you to remember. No, come on,
Yes.
this is a chaos. No.
After being disciplined multiple times for refusing to refer to students by their preferred names, Ms. Rickard filed a lawsuit against the Geary County Schools Unified School District. In the lawsuit, she argues that school administrators prevented her from ignoring students' preferred names and pronouns and deprived her of her due process and equal protection of law.
Multiple students, that story says. Multiple students in a Kansas middle school
Kansas
want to change their identification and name.
Unreal. Come on. It's like 0.7% of the population. You got more than one at a middle school in Kansas?
Only on the Blaze Radio Network.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Welcome back to Hank Unleashed.
Wait, hold on. I thought your name was Pat.
No, my preferred name today is Hank. And I'll thank you to call me by my preferred name.
I'm not doing that.
What do you mean you're not doing that?
I'm not doing that. Your name is Pat. We're not doing this Hank thing.
Don't dead name me. Don't do it. Don't even dead name me.
Look at the wall behind you. It says Pat Gray.
Yeah, it's dead naming me. My preferred name today is Hank.
So wait a minute.
I'll go back to Pat tomorrow, but today I want to be known as Hank.
So should maintenance come in and paint over that?
They should,
for the next
but
24 hours?
I doubt they will, but they sure should. Obviously, they should.
So we're Hank Unleashed now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the next 23 minutes.
I don't
so
care for this development at all.
By the way, Jussie Smollett is a little pissed off, because he's going to jail. Sources close to him have said that the actor believes he would be sent to jail after being convicted of staging a hate crime against himself, not because he committed the crime, but because he's black. So, there you go.
Jussie. Ugh.
What a stupid name.
You haven't heard much in the way of free Jussie chants, have you?
No, because everybody knows the guy did it. Black, white, red, brown, all here have common ground. Everybody knows he did it. Smollett told his defense team that he felt he would receive harsher treatment than other defendants because of the color of his skin. The actor apparently told the source that he believes his sentencing was more evidence of systemic racism in the judicial system. Come on, man. Come on. That's just asinine.
Yeah. Now you've got, what is this? What's her name? I have no idea. Somebody from the show Empire has compared Jussie Smollett to Emmett Till.
Oh, stop it. Okay.
Who, of course, was the young black boy
was
who
murdered.
was murdered for no good reason at all.
In what, 50?
Oh, gosh.
58, 63. I don't know. But that was horrific.
Yeah. So there was a lie about him apparently flirting with a white woman.
Right, which he didn't do.
Right.
So you're going to compare somebody killing him because he supposedly flirted with a white woman to a guy who staged his own beating, paid two people to pretend to beat him up, and yell stupid things at him that didn't make any sense, like, "You're in MAGA country now, son," or whatever it was they yelled about MAGA country in downtown Chicago when it's 20 below. Okay.
Yeah. But anyhow, he's now in behind bars, till August?
Yep. Till August. He's got 5 months, a 5-month stretch. Can he get paroled sooner than that, or does he actually have to serve the entire 5 months?
Boy, that I don't know.
I don't either. But I bet he's out before 5 months are up. All right. Private schools may not necessarily teach your kids well. Texas private school defends political violence, telling white people, re-educate yourselves. The Hockaday School, a private all-girls school here in Dallas, has defended leftist political violence and encouraged white people to re-educate themselves to engage in racial accountability. Shut up. I hate this stuff. Hockaday thus joins other schools in Dallas, like the Episcopal School of Dallas and Parish Episcopal School, both of which are also affiliated with the far-left National Association of Independent Schools and push left-wing racial grievance policies and politics. That is great. Now, how much do you want your kid to attend? The Hockaday School, which recently abolished a century-old tradition of white graduation dresses in the name of inclusion, lists a number of different DEI resources on their website. Among the resources listed for the upper school students was an appalling article titled "In Defense of Looting."
Oh no, come on.
Which uses the politics of racial grievance to defend acts of political violence, calling looting one of the most righteous anti-white supremacist tactics.
Society's done.
If we don't stand up to this, yeah, it will be. It will be. We can't allow our children to be taught this garbage.
I mean, it's essentially the policy in places like San Francisco, right? Where you could just go into a store here in Dallas, Texas even.
Yeah, they're doing it everywhere.
And no repercussions whatsoever under the law.
It also defends looting on Marxist and anti-white grounds, saying that it is extremely dangerous to the rich and most white people because it reveals with an immediacy that has to be immoralized away that the idea of private property is just that, an idea, a tenuous and contingent structure of consent. No. No.
Rule of law is racist.
When rioters take territory and loot, they're revealing precisely how, in a space without cops, property relations can be destroyed and things can be had for free. Oh, okay. All right. This is blatantly illegal, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Blatantly illegal.
I hear you with your white supremacy talk over there, Hank.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The article went on to lament the police because they make it more difficult to victimize white people. Reading the history of the police in America is the history of black people being violently prevented from threatening white people's property rights. Oh, my. Wow.
Again, this is a private school in Dallas, Texas curriculum for girls.
In addition to the defensive rioting article, Robin DiAngelo's white fragility, Carol Anderson's white rage, and other cornerstone texts of critical race theory, the Hockaday School also endorses a number of extreme left-wing organizations such as Whites for Racial Equity. The organization holds trainings on racial recognition and implicit bias in the classroom. Its website lists 11 suggestions for white accountability.
No.
Instructing white people to donate a percentage of your income to racial justice organizations led by BIPOC people.
Mm-hmm.
That's black, indigenous, people of color.
They going to pay taxes on it?
No. Have people of color coaches whose services you pay for, and re-educate yourself with non-white culture and media. Okay. Wow. That's incredible. If the parents don't stand up to that and remove your kids from that stupid school, then I don't know.
It's bad enough that the kids get brainwashed in a society such as this. It's adding insult to injury when you're paying through the nose for such indoctrination.
Right. Mm-hmm. We should look up the tuition for what is it? Hockaday? Hockabilly? Hockaloogie? Hockaday School.
Okay.
Hockaaday School. I wonder what the tuition is.
Oh, no.
How much?
No, honey. No.
How much do I have to pay for my kids to be poisoned like that?
Okay. So, the tuition and fees for the 2021-22 academic year, lower school. So this is a bargain. This is pre-K through grade 4. It's merely going to run you $28,950.
Oh my gosh!
Grades
for pre-K through 4th grade.
Yeah, grades 5 and up. $34,350 to learn that garbage. Help us. We are in the wrong business, man.
If you're a right-thinking person, you can't be in that school, right? You can't have your kids in that school.
Unbelievable.
You can't. Wow, that is really unbelievable.
Oh, God.
Really unbelievable.
By the way, just so you know, uniforms, books, optional activities, and individual needs are not included.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
additional. Don't be ridiculous.
I mean, that's ridiculous to think that stuff could be included for for just $34,000 a year. Come on, don't be stupid. Of course, it's going to cost more than that.
Oh my! Well, hey, how about this?
That's incredible.
Hold on a second. So there's a non-refundable deposit of $1,000. Okay. And then you're charged upon enrollment an extra a matriculation fee. Oh, shut up. That's just a long way to type BS. $1,000. Okay, so now you're already up to $36,350 your first year. However, listen to this. International students have to pay an additional fee every year of $2,000. Whoa! Pull back the hate.
Yeah, right.
$2,000 extra bucks a year if you're a foreign student? Come on, Hockaday.
Why would that be?
Yeah, why is that? What is that all about? That is definitely discriminatory.
It sure is. Okay. Well, we know where Hockaday School stands. All right. Meanwhile, Beto is running for Texas governor, and he'll make all this right.
Lucky
if he gets in, oh, man. But he wants you to know he's actually against CRT.
Sure he is.
Uh-huh.
And I think you and I probably are both on the same page as well. We don't see CRT being taught in our schools right now. It's a course that is taught in law school. No, I don't think it should be taught in our schools. Yeah.
He doesn't think it. So this guy doesn't think it should be CRT should be taught in our schools.
Yeah, I don't believe a word that man says.
And he doesn't believe anymore. Hell yes, I'm going to take your AR-15. He's changed his tune since running for governor in Texas, hasn't he? Wow.
Sure has.
He's desperately trying to win no matter what.
He will say anything.
Let me see if I can get closer to the middle here and move away from the left just a little bit while I'm running. And then if I'm elected through some kind of unbelievably horrific miracle, then I'll go right back to the left and I'll start taking people's guns from them.
Yeah.
So that's great. And speaking of Beto, Sarah Gonzalez went to one of his events recently.
Yeah.
Sarah from The Blaze, she does the news and why it matters.
Yeah, you're on there once a week.
Once a week. Yeah.
Hank Gray.
Right.
Special guest.
Yeah, they dead name me on the show, though.
That's rough.
Which
you're
really
going to have to set them
me.
straight.
Really bothers me. So, but yeah, my preferred name today is Hank. And I go by them.
When are you going to be on the show this week over there on News and Why It Matters?
I think Thursday, since I haven't heard any different.
Will you be back to Pat by then, do you think? Or
don't know.
You don't
I'll
know
have
yet.
to see how I feel tomorrow.
Sure. Yeah.
You know?
That's fair.
Let's see how I feel. I don't know. I might feel like a Bob by tomorrow. Who knows?
We've already changed the signage here behind you. If you'll
Maybe Samantha will be my name tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Can't keep up.
But Sarah went to a Beto event and actually kind of got roughed up a little bit. Fortunately, she had her phone going. And here's what happened to her at the Beto event.
My question was...
Oh, sorry, we're not recording. No, sorry. Don't touch my phone. Don't touch my phone. Excuse me.
So they're grabbing her phone now.
Excuse me. What's your back?
Then a cop comes up and pushes her almost downstairs.
Uh-oh.
That's fine, but why did she just put her hands on me so hard?
She asked you to leave and you're not leaving.
No, she didn't. She didn't ask me to leave at all. She pushed me down the stairs.
I'm telling you to leave.
What is your badge?
Wow.
Wow, we get some badge numbers going on.
Hey, I appreciate you being respectful and not putting your hands on me. Thank you.
And she left. She had to leave.
Yeah, when she was asked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, before that it was
I'm sorry, we're not recording anything right now.
Somebody with Beto like that was their first thing.
And Beto just stood there.
Yeah, he's a tough guy, yeah.
Yeah. He didn't say, hey, leave her alone. No. It's fine. Leave her alone.
And remember, the cardinal sin was trying to keep these Democratic candidates on record. When they're talking to someone, you kind of want to record that since, I don't know, they're running for the governorship of one of the largest states of the union. But the first interaction was just the hand from the staffer to the phone.
Right.
Ooh, not good.
Yeah.
Good luck, Sarah.
So I think she's suing
Yeah,
Beto and maybe the Dallas PD, I think, right now, for roughing her up at that event.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
I like it.
All right, let me tell you about Rough Greens. If you're a dog owner, you know that taking care of your pet means more than just giving them food and water. Your dog's part of your family, and you want the best for them. You want them to be healthy. You want them to be happy and active. And that's where Rough Greens comes in. Because the dog food, the dry kibble dog food that you put in their bowl, it's just dead food. It's been burned to a crisp, and it's got no living things in it anymore. There's no vitamins and minerals or probiotics or antioxidants. Basically, all of the nutrients are missing, but they all are put back into the food with this supplement. When you sprinkle Rough Greens on it, that puts all of that stuff right back into your dog's food, and they change over time from it and become more active and more healthy. And my dog, I know she won't eat her food without Rough Greens being on top of it. She just turns up her nose and kind of walks away from her bowl, but she gobbles it up when you put the Rough Greens on there. Now, most dogs I know of feel the same way as my dog does about the Rough Greens. But Rough Greens wants to be able to make sure, they want you to be sure before you commit to buying, going in with both feet. So you can get a free bag of Rough Greens for your dog to try out. All you have to pay is shipping. Just go to roughgreens.com. That's RUFFgreens.com. Or call 833-ROUGH-DOG. That's 833-783-3364. 833-783-3364. Call today.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
Got some American dash cam videos here to show you, kind of. This car crash in Los Angeles.
Yeah. So
it actually turned out okay.
Well,
right? No?
No.
Did somebody get hurt in this?
I don't know the details of this one. What this is, this is a live news stand-up in Los Angeles at a dangerous intersection.
So they're doing a live stand-up at a dangerous intersection, and while they're doing it, you see how dangerous the intersection is.
Yeah, watch this.
So heartbreaking to hear that widow there. Now, please help that family with that $50,000 reward that is now being offered. Now, in fact, officials say that this street is very dangerous because of the pandemic. And when it started, there have been double the number of traffic collisions. In fact, there was a crime in progress that we caught on camera as we were recording earlier. You see those folks over there, they were involved. Let's take a look at this.
Let's take a look.
Okay. I'm going to take a look.
You see Hoover Street here. Officials say it's one of the most dangerous streets in all of Los Angeles.
Yeah, it is.
And now...
Whoa. That didn't go well.
Wait. I need your insurance. Hey, can we... Hello? Can we exchange insurance?
Yeah, just more evidence as
Look
to
at that.
how scary it is
they're
here
gone.
on Hoover Street.
Wow.
We did call 911.
All right, we're good. Thank
the
you.
police came out.
Thank you.
They did call 911, so good.
That's good.
All right.
So hopefully everybody's okay.
Interesting. Yeah,
But,
hopefully.
such a strange...
It looks like they're fine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
they're fine.
I'm sure.
Everybody drove off and was happy.
Yeah, obviously everyone drove off. I think that's the problem. And bless you.
I don't know that I've sneezed before on the air.
I don't
like
think
that.
that's a great point.
I think
do
that's
all
first.
The time. Yeah, I'm always over here sneezing.
Yeah, I
this
think that's
room
first.
Is a toxic soup, in my opinion. But no one listens to me.
No, they did. They cleaned out the air ducts
did they?
at one point.
Oh, did they?
Supposedly, yeah. Supposedly.
We were getting sick in this room before it was cool.
Yeah, yes.
Before COVID, we were.
Before COVID, but and during COVID, and after COVID.
Yeah, so it's just
so. Then there's this Florida Highway Patrol trooper, Tony Shuck.
Oh, I love this woman.
Who placed herself directly in the path of a drunk driver heading toward a road closure where there was a whole bunch of innocent bystanders.
Yeah, they were doing a 10K race. Oh, gosh.
Mm-hmm.
What a hero. Watch this. Oh.
Check this out.
And it goes. Oh, there's no
a little
audio.
something.
Oh, there's no audio, huh? Okay.
Like this. Yeah. So is this Tony driving?
Yeah. So
down the road?
this is her dash cam. Here comes the truck driver. Yep.
Good golly. Ooh.
Okay. So now we've got that there. Now we've got the split screen. Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah. And she showed up at the press conference the next day looking totally fine. This vehicle.
So she
was
drove
incredible. Yeah,
into this person on purpose because they were headed for the 10K race.
And that's the definition of a hero.
Oh my!
Look at her. She did the steering wheel right to her.
Gosh.
Look at that.
Boom.
Hero.
Holy crapoli.
Hero.
Definitely.
Look at
I mean, that is, they're going, I don't know, 40, 50?
Yeah, I don't know.
Way too, 60? They're going fast. Wow. You ever had a collision that set off your airbag? I've never had that.
I've been in collisions where if there had been an airbag, they would have been deployed, but I've never.
Never had an airbag go off in your face?
No. How about you?
No, I haven't.
Because I hear it does some damage.
It hurts. Yeah, it hurts. Can break your nose.
Bruise it, yeah.
Bruise you up a little bit. Burn you. Kill you dead. You know.
More than 3 times the legal limit alcohol in the system of the
driver?
Of the female drunk.
Jeez.
Wow. I'm trying to find the speed.
How did she know? Was she radioed?
Of course,
that they were
because
coming?
She saw the car ahead, the cop car ahead. Got by that individual 65 miles faster than 65 miles per hour.
65.
They say faster. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And the other driver was okay too, or just the cop?
Boy, I don't know.
Usually the drunk driver's fine.
I know.
You know,
there's no justice in this world, Hank.
Yeah, it's weird.
Right? What?
No, I just appreciate your effort.
I'm trying to respect you.
You're going with my my preferred name of the day.
Let's see. So I mean, the driver. Oh my gosh!
65 miles an hour.
Okay, again, faster than that.
Faster.
Okay. A responding trooper said the driver provided a breath sample almost 6 hours after the crash and was still testing over the limit.
My gosh. And 6 hours later, you've sobered up some.
Yeah.
And they're still over the limit. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like she's fine because I see her.
Interesting.
I see a picture of her in front of a judge.
And you said the cop was at the press conference the next day?
Yeah.
That's really something. Wow.
Is something.
Of course, that airbag deployed right into her, saved her life probably.
Sure did.
By the way, just on a last second COVID note here, speaking of those who still won't get the shot, which we haven't been, but I am now. Kyrie Irving, who hasn't been able to play
home games
on his home court all year.
Stupid.
He can play road games, but he can't play in the Brooklyn Nets arena because you can't play there unless you're vaccinated. But he can sit courtside for the Nets-Knicks game in a game he can't play in because of New York City's private sector vax mandate.
Unreal.
He's sitting there in street clothes, and that's fine.
Yeah, since he's an employee of this private sector business.
But he can't play in the game.
Stupid. And he's sitting there maskless, by the way.
Kind of asinine, and nobody around him has a mask. Well, one person does.
Congress voting today to end the mask mandate on travel.
Ray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.